Once, the earth was known for its beauty. The sky was clear and blue. The forests were deep and full of trees. The smell of wood makes the forest complete. The ocean was crystal clear. The waves were gentle and calm. Animals were living freely, birds chirping at the break of dawn. The world was everyone's safe place, more like everyone's home. Everything was going on just fine until one day, everything changed.
Humankind has a large impact towards the physical environment in many ways. For example, overpopulation, pollution, burning fossil fuels, as well as deforestation. Changes like these have triggered climate change, soil erosion, poor air quality, as well as undrinkable water. Will this ever come to an end? I'm Mahalakshmi, Junior Health Ambassador of Perak from SMK Raja Perempuan Kelsom, Kuala Kangsar. I have made 3 projects focusing on saving the environment.
These are the list of projects that I have done. My first project is called Flourish Breeze. It is a project where I grow herbs, which are basil leaves, coriander, Mexican mint, and basil leaves. I decided to grow these herbs because the COVID-19 pandemic is turning into an endemic. Many people are suffering from the virus, and a large amount of people are losing their lives. Even though the medical field has provided us with the COVID-19 vaccines, it is still not enough for us to stand against the virus. Therefore, we need to boost our immune system to become even stronger. This is where the herbs come in handy. How exactly do herbs help us boost our immune system? Well, herbs have antioxidants, antimicrobials, anti-inflammatory properties, as well as immunomodulatory properties. Besides aiding in digestion, herbs are also known to aid in detoxification and help strengthen our immunity. Now, let's take a look on how I grew them. First, let's make the organic fertilizer. All you need is some soil, food waste, and a large container. First, add in some soil into the container. Next, add in the food waste into the soil. Here, I use banana peels. Then, add in more soil to cover up the food waste. Wait for 14 days. After 14 days, you can see that the banana peel will already be decomposed in the soil. This occurs because the banana peel is biodegradable, which means it will decay in a certain period of time. Now the organic fertilizer is ready to be used. As you can see, I'm using the organic fertilizer to plant the herbs. The plants will absorb the nutrients from the decomposed food waste in the soil. This will help the plants grow faster and remain healthy. These are the impacts towards an individual, school, and the community. The impact towards an individual is it will help to boost the immune system by growing this at home. From another point of view, individuals can have a better digestion system when the herbs are consumed with their meals. Other than boosting our immune system, the impact towards schools is it will help boost students' focus in the classroom. The aroma of these herbs will build a positive and productive environment. This will also help students as well as teachers reduce stress. The impact towards the community is this will help control the spread of the virus as people start growing these at home. The herbs make the immune system much more stronger, therefore people wouldn't get the virus easily. The conclusion for the first project. The herbs help everyone to protect themselves from the pandemic. From another point of view, it can also be used to relieve stress and build a productive environment. Most importantly, by growing these, we are preserving and conserving the plants, which helps the environment. According to the United Nations, the Sustainable Development Goal accomplished is Goal 15, which is Life on Land. My next project is Savior of the Forest, which is a 3R innovation. This is a project where I recycle waste products such as old magazines and newspapers and turn them into new and reusable paper. How did I come up with this innovation? Many trees are used in the process of making paper, and a large amount of industries do not replant the trees, which causes deforestation. The paper making process is also very harmful to the environment and human health. To make paper, they pulp the wood to make it softer. In the pulping process, they use sulfide salts with an excess of sulfur dioxide, caustic soda, and sodium sulfide. Then, they bleach the pulp wood using bleaching agents that contain alkaline hydrogen peroxide. The pulping agents turn into gas, while the bleaching agents remain as liquid form. After this process, they will release the toxins in gas form into the air. Meanwhile, the toxins in liquid form will be released into nearby rivers, oceans, and other water sources. By doing this, the air and water are getting polluted, which can cause many side effects towards the life on land and the earth. For example, inhaling toxic gases would cause respiratory problems such as asthma. Meanwhile, the polluted water is harmful towards the aquatic life. A large amount of pollution can lead to global warming and the ozone layer becomes thinner. The ozone layer helps filter out the ultraviolet rays from the sun. If the ozone layer becomes thinner, it can cause many dangerous diseases such as skin cancer. The importance of this project. By recycling these waste products, we are able to reduce logging trees and prevent deforestation. We will be able to reduce the pollutants in the air and water. We will also be able to reuse the waste products and recycle them into new ones. By doing this, we are also able to prevent rare species of animals and plants from going extinct. And lastly, we will be able to reduce health problems which are caused by pollutants. Now, let's take a look on how I made it. First, take any type of old paper. I use old office paper and newspaper. Next, shred it into small pieces. It will look something like this. Next, add some hot water and let it soak for 5 minutes. Add it into a blender and blend it until it becomes smooth. Pour the mixture into a bowl. Next, put it onto a flat surface and smoothen it out. Make sure it looks like this. Then, take a towel and place it on top of the paper. Pat it gently to soak up the moisture. Repeat this process multiple times. You can also smoothen it out by using a rolling pin. Now, place it under the sun for it to dry. This is how mine turned out. Next, I use multiple mediums on the paper I made and ordinary A4 paper to make a comparison. The mediums I used are acrylic and poster paint, pencils, color pencils, and alcohol-based markers. This is the comparison. As you can tell, the recycled paper works as good as the A4 paper. These are the impacts towards an individual, school, and community. The impact towards an individual are, they wouldn't have to suffer from respiratory problems caused by pollution. They will also be able to practice 3R, reduce, reuse, and recycle in daily life. The impact towards schools are, they can educate students about 3R by using this innovation. They also will be able to use this innovation in schools because they are cheap compared to ordinary paper. Lastly, the impact towards the community. They will be able to reduce the amount of waste products and recycle them into new and reusable products. They will also be able to practice 3R in their daily lives and work together to save the environment. The conclusion. This innovation helps us to practice 3R in our daily lives. It also reduces the amount of damage towards the environment and human health. The Sustainable Development Goal accomplished is Goal 15, which is life on land. My last project is a self-watering mini system. This is a sustainable development project which makes growing plants easy. As stated in the title, it waters the plants by itself. Now let's take a look on how I made it. All you need is some string, a plastic bottle, sticks, and a rock. First, cut the string according to the measurements given. The longer piece should be 15 centimeters long. Cut some shorter ones based on the number of pots you have. Since I have 5 pots, I use 5 pieces. Make sure the shorter ones are 30 centimeters long. Next, keep the long string aside. Take the shorter ones and tie one end to the stick as shown in the picture. Next, tie all the ends of the shorter strings to the longer string. Then, tie the other end of the longer string to a rock. Fill up the plastic bottle with water and put the rock into the bottle. Then, put the stick into the pots like this. Make sure the string is under the soil. Now, the self-watering mini system is ready to be used. The water absorbed by the string will be distributed into each pot. So, you don't need to water your plants ever again. You only need to refill the bottle with water. The impact towards an individual, school, and community. They will be able to grow plants easily and will not have to worry about the plants not getting enough water. It will also awaken a plant-growing habit in an individual, school, and a community. The Sustainable Development Goal 15, Life on Land, is accomplished. In conclusion, this project is environmental friendly and it awakens a plant-growing habit in an individual. We as Life on Land need to save the environment. If not us, who? If not now, when? Let's do this together. Thank you.